Hey guys, welcome to my next art video. As you can tell, I went back to digital for this one. I do want to do more stuff with traditional media, but after a month straight of drawing with ink for Inktober, I wanted to dip my toes back into the digital art world. Anyway, speaking of Inktober, I added all of my Inktober prints, original drawings, and a book pre-order to my store. I spent all weekend redoing the whole design of my store with Jason's help, and I added all of my Inktober drawings from this year, prints and originals like I just said. I put last year's on sale at 25% off, and I added a few more prints of some digital pieces that I've done recently. The book pre-order will go on for 2 weeks, so it'll end on the 19th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And since it's a pre-order, I won't be ordering the books until the pre-order time is over, so the orders won't be going out until about a week or two after I receive the books. If you order the book within this pre-order time period, you'll be getting $5 off of the book price. And after the pre-order, I will be putting the book up at the full price, unlimited number of prints, unless people really just want more of them, but judging on how last year's books went, I don't think there's going to be like a big demand, I guess, for this book, so I'll probably just order like one box or something. Anyway, I'm really excited about these books. I was really happy with how the ones from last year turned out, so I can't wait to get my hands on this year's. So if you are at all interested in a print, original, or a book, then go check out my store. A link will be in the description box below. And now I'll talk about this piece a little bit. This was done on my iPad in Procreate. I'll leave a link down below to the reference that I used to do this piece. Since I had been doing so many pieces where I was basically drawing the line art and then doing the shading and stuff, I really wanted to go back to doing a more painterly piece. In this one, I'm doing a technique that you've probably seen me do with other digital pieces. I lay down a random color, I do a quick sketch, and then I paint on top of that. I've had people ask me why I bother doing some random color at first if I'm going to just paint in something else at the end, and it pretty much boils down to that's just how I like to work, really. The way that I do digital coloring is after the sketch, I'll make a new layer and I'll lay a few colors down, and then I use the color picker to blend stuff in. Having the background color be something other than white leads to more interesting colors in the end, I think. With this technique, I particularly like how the initial background color peeks out in certain parts of the piece, especially if you use a bright color like this pink that I used. People also ask me about how I like to paint and how I use layers and stuff like that, and typically the way that I use layers is I usually have a background layer, and then I do a sketch layer, and then on top of that I start doing the color layers. And normally I just work on the color layer in one go until I get to a point where like I don't want to mess something up. Like if I'm really liking how the skin shading is going, but I want to try something, I'll make a new layer and then work on that. And if I like it, I'll keep it and keep working on that layer. Or if I don't, then I'll delete it or erase certain parts or whatever. And then I just keep repeating that. So in this one, you'll see that I have a bunch of layers just because I did that kind of thing a lot, where I would just make a new layer so I wouldn't mess up the layers underneath it. But sometimes you'll see me work on a piece and I just have like 2 layers. So it really just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
But forget it just the same, with only ourselves to blame. Oh, we stay together the start or at the end? Is it really worth knowing the answer to? It is not what we demand. There's no answer written in the sand. Oh, you don't care about your war, and we don't know your enemy. Oh, what you're fighting for. We don't keep score.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and go check out my store. I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys later this week. Bye!